I want to talk for a minute about risk tolerance. Okay, so how much risk are you willing to take? And therefore, how much money, how much of your investments should you have at risk? And how much should you have safe and safer investments? I had a client recently contact me and say that they went to one of the free dinners, getting mail. And if you're anywhere around the age of 60, 65, you're going to get these flyers in the mail that say, hey, come to our free dinner and we'll talk to you about how to guarantee your income, guarantee income for life. They've got all kinds of sales pitches. But she goes to it and she contacts me afterwards and she wanted to talk about if she should have some more money in safe investments or not, and talk about moving more money to safe investments. And her reasoning was, at this seminar, the free dinner seminar that she went to, so in other words, they are paying money to get her to come, and paying a lot of money because they had to pay for the mailer, then they had to pay for the dinner. And at the seminar, they were telling people that you should, to come up with your risk tolerance, take your age. So let's say 75, you should have that much money in fixed income or safe money, and then only 25% in stocks. All right. Now, think about that for a second. Okay. For one, I just want to state that's insanity. That somebody wants to say, hey, you're this old. Hey, you're 50 50% of your money should be in safe investments. You're 70% of your money should be in safe investments. Again, insanity. Okay. Just saying a blanket statement that's you should use that rule. That's the golden rule for how much you should have in safe money versus money at risk in the stock market. Okay? Somebody tells you that, turn around, run. All right? Now, why are they telling her that? And I'm not saying that that's not a possibility. It could be possible for somebody's situation to need to have, at the age of 70% of money in safe investments. All right? But to use that as a general rule, again, insanity. So getting back to, if we think about this for a second, what was she at? What were they doing there? And who was putting on the seminar? Any guesses? Annuity salesmen. Okay? They were annuity salesmen. They're not advisors. They're not financial planners, retirement planners, fiduciaries, whatever you want to call them, whatever you want to call us. Okay? They were insurance salesmen. Okay? Annuities are safe. Okay? Annuities, they want to talk about guaranteed income, guaranteeing your money. And there's a lot of things that can become misleading there when they're talking about guaranteed stuff. But there are some guarantees with annuities, so they're considered safe money and very safe money, okay, depending on what annuity you're looking at. And so they have every incentive in the world to get you convinced that you need more money in safe investments, right? Because that's what they're trying to sell you. All right, so if somebody's telling you something like this, think about motives behind it. Do they have a motive to be telling me to do one thing over another? Okay? That's the idea of a fiduciary. And again, that term has been really watered down now because everybody wants to use it. But the theory of a fiduciary is that they act in the client's best interest at all times. All right? And when you're talking about a salesman, somebody that sells annuities, and you have, okay, if you invest money in stocks, 100% of your money in stocks, well, I mean, I'm an insurance salesman, so I can't manage your money. Therefore, I can't charge you a management fee or an advisory fee, not really anything there, so I can't get paid. But yet, if I convince you that you need all of your money in fixed income or fixed investments, oh, then there's a lot of opportunity for me. I can sell you an annuity and get paid 10% or 7% of the money you put in, or 5%, or whatever it is for that particular annuity. Okay? So again, think about the incentives that people are using when telling you that, when telling you something. And if you want to do a little research, you can look up retirement studies. Bingham's got his 4% rule. There's a couple of good retirement studies out there. And what most of them will tell you is you should have somewhere from about 60 to 80% of your money in stocks if you want to optimize getting the most income that you can in retirement. And that's just the retirement studies I've looked at. And again, that's for looking at getting the most income that you can out of your money in retirement while having some reasonable degree of certainty that you won't run out of money in, say, a 30-year time period. But those studies go over that in detail. But again, I just want to say there is no general rule for how much money you should have in stocks. It's possible that you could be 80 and you could have 100% of your money in stocks and there not be a thing wrong with that. Just to give you an easy example or easy scenario, I have a lot of clients that are retired. They have their first annuity or CSRS annuity, then they have Social Security, then their spouse has Social Security or may even have a first annuity, and they may not need income from their investments. Therefore, their money is just invested to grow to eventually pass on to beneficiaries. So they have all their money invested in stocks. Okay? And again, nothing wrong with that because they have a long time horizon. They don't plan on taking any distributions from that money. It's just going to be there at their death to pass on to beneficiaries unless something huge, some kind of big emergency comes up and they need it. So there's all kinds of different scenarios out there. Don't let somebody talk you into just because you are this age, you should have this much money in stocks, okay? Again, everybody is different, not specific investment advice, but be careful, okay? Be careful out there. A lot of people out there really just trying to make money versus help people. Thanks, guys.